What made you betray the person you owed everything to? Hurricane Katrina hit when I was 12. I was out on the cul-de-sac playing basketball with my best friend Rob when the clouds suddenly darkened. Moments later, water rushed uncontrollably. Rob managed to pull me up onto a roof. We watched the water level rise. People screamed for help on other roofs. It took 2 days for rescue to arrive, and 5 days more to find his dad's body in the flooded attic. After that, Rob took safety and survival differently. He became jumpy over every piece of tragic news. When it happens again, we'll be ready, he'd say. I remember the first time Rob asked me to help with his basement. This was years later, after he found his dad's journal predicting September 15th. Just in case, he said, and how could I say no? It felt good, honestly. Like we were doing something useful with our trauma. Every weekend I'd help him pour concrete and install shelves. My hands got torn up, but it felt like therapy. Jane would come by with lunch, calling him her doomsday boyfriend, while learning to purify water. Even his mom started bragging about how prepared we were making everyone. The whole neighborhood got involved. Rob taught first aid at church. Families started keeping emergency kits. We'd run evacuation drills that felt more like block parties. I told him once his dad would be proud. He smiled for the first time in years. I knew something shifted when Rob quit his job. Full-time prep, he said. When I tried to talk him out of it, he grabbed me. You'd be dead without me. Remember that. What could I say to that? The notebook was when I really should have done something. I found it in July. Everyone we knew sorted into columns. Jane's name had liability, emotional weakness next to it. My stomach dropped. When she saw it and confronted him, he dumped her on the spot. Can't have distractions, he said, like she was nothing. She asked me later if I was worried about him. I lied to her face, said he was just stressed. He started sleeping in 4-hour shifts, installed cameras everywhere. I watched him burn photo albums in his backyard, including pictures of us as kids. His mom tried to intervene and he changed the locks on her. Dad died because of her weakness, he told me. I just stood there. The night I found him in my garage at 3 a.m. checking my supplies, I couldn't stop shaking. Just trying to save you, he said. Again. When neighbors called the cops about him marking their houses with spray paint, I told the officers he was just enthusiastic about preparedness. They believed me. That night Rob hugged me and said, I knew you'd understand. I wasn't understanding. I was drowning in guilt, but I kept quiet. When Rob called on September 8th saying we needed to finish preparations, something in his voice made my stomach drop, but I went anyway because I always went when Rob called. The basement door had this new steel lock that clicked like a vault when he turned it, and as we went down the stairs, the smell hit me first. Bleach and something chemical that made me gag. Nothing like the basement where we built forts as kids. At the bottom I saw them, 4 people zip-tied to the support beams. I recognized the town doctor with blood already on his shirt, then Amy the veterinarian who'd saved my dog last year, and these 2 kids from the farm store who couldn't have been 17. Welcome to New Eden, Rob said while locking the door behind us. I saved them like I saved you. The doctor had worked his gag loose when Rob lifted the nail gun we built my treehouse with and shot him in the shoulder, the crack making everyone flinch as the doctor screamed behind the tape. Rob was already pressing back over his mouth saying, not yet, you don't understand yet. He walked me past these charts covering the walls, breeding schedules and work rotations while he explained with the nail gun still in his hand. You and Amy will have smart kids, veterinary knowledge plus engineering, and I watched him check the teenager's restraints as the girl tried to curl away from his touch. Already started fertility drugs in their water because we need to repopulate immediately. While Rob was explaining waste buckets, I saw Amy's phone near my feet, and when he turned away I grabbed it and typed to my sister. Call 911 now. Rob's house, basement, 6 people kidnapped. He has weapons. Hurry. The text sound made Rob's whole body go rigid, and he turned toward me with 20 years of friendship dying in his eyes as he raised the nail gun level with my forehead. You're drowning us all, he said while tears mixed with blood spatter on his face. I saved you from that water and this is how you repay me? For 20 minutes we stayed frozen with a nail gun aimed at my head while Rob ranted about how I'd betrayed him after he saved my life, and all I could think about was the 12-year-old boy who'd shared his water bottle with me. Then sirens cut through the walls and boots stomped overhead. 7 more days, Rob whispered. 7 more days, and you'd see I was saving you again. SWAT breached and disarmed Rob before rescuing everyone. He got 35 to life, refusing lawyers, saying courts wouldn't matter when it happens. I can't go in basements anymore without remembering the doctor's blood spreading while I did nothing. Last week his mother forwarded Rob's letter. Tell my brother I forgive him for drowning us all. Still preparing. Sometimes I wake up drowning, but Rob isn't there to pull me out. I should have called when I found that notebook.